guys, so I was tagged by Dylan to do a tag video about anime. So here we go. This is KidOtaku's anime tag, and I'm pretty sure I've answered all of these questions in the past, but I guess I'll answer them again because they might have changed since the last time I answered them. Question number 1, how old were you when you first started watching anime? This is a little iffy because it all kind of depends on what you consider first started watching anime. If it was the very first time I ever watched a Japanese animation cartoon, then I was probably like 4 or 5 years old when I watched a couple of anime on Nick Jr. But if you're talking about when I knew it was Japanese anime, that would have been probably Pokemon, so I would have probably been about 12. But if we're talking about when I first got into anime, that would be 16. Number 2, what was your first anime? Again, going with all 3 of these questions, it's a little difficult to actually properly answer that question. I'm just going to answer all the 3 like I answered before. If it was when I first started watching anime, like first saw a Japanese cartoon, then that would be Koala Boy Koki. If we're talking about when I first started watching it knowing that it was Japanese animation, then that would be Pokemon. And if it was when I got into anime, it would be Gundam Wing. Number 3, what is your favorite anime of all time? My favorite anime of all time is Gundam 00. That has not changed since 2010, and I love it. It is the best anime, in my opinion, ever. It's so full of emotion, and there are funny moments, there are sad moments, there are celebration moments, there are just so many great moments in that show, and I think that it's super underrated, especially as a Gundam series. Who is your favorite male character in anime? As much as I love Setsuna, who's my favorite character in Gundam 00, so you'd think that he would be my favorite male character, it's actually Vash the Stampede and Catra Rababa Winner from Gundam Wing. So Vash from Trigun, Catra from Gundam Wing. And both of them is just because they both have very tortured pasts that I just really appreciate the storytelling and the character development throughout their series, and I love them both so very much, and I relate to both of them in many, many ways. Who is my favorite female anime character? My favorite female anime character is definitely Sango from Inuyasha. She is a very strong-willed woman, and she fights her own fights, and she gets to nail Moroku at the end of the series, so, I mean, I'm not jealous. Why do I always somehow, in these anime tags, fill in somehow the fact that I want to nail Moroku? Number 6, what is my favorite genre of anime? I mean, looking at my anime collection, mecha. You know, Gundam is a big thing in my life, and Fafner is one of my favorite series as well. I mean, my top 5 favorite anime, I think all but one of them are mecha series. Actually, it is true. All but one of them are mecha series, and that is Death Note. So just put a mecha in Death Note, and there you go. But really, I really like thrillers like Death Note, emotional things, dramas like Now and Then Here and There, things like that. Thriller, drama, mecha, those things. There's a lot more to mecha than me just liking the giant fighting robots. It has to come with a lot of emotion in there as well. It can't just be about giant fighting robots. Sorry. And finally, number 7, do you prefer anime or manga? I do prefer anime. Manga just takes too much time. I'm lazy. Reading and I have not, we kind of have a love-hate relationship, and so I kind of go through time periods where I don't want to read anything at all. It's bad enough to have to read the signs when I'm driving, but I never lose interest in watching television or movies or things like that. So I definitely prefer anime. Now it's time for me to tag people in this video, and since Dylan's basically tags all of my friends that I still have that watch anime that I can think of that do YouTube, I'm not going to tag anyone in particular, but if you want to do the tag, do so, and then let me know that you did it through Twitter or my Facebook page. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
She is very good at being spotted. Yes, she's very spotted.
At any point in time, really, for Sango after she's met Miroku, because he's ready to go at any time. So all I would have to say is, hey, I want to have your babies, and this just got really awkward.